Hello, hi there Pisces. I do hope that you are well and welcome to my channel. My name is Bella and how I work and do all my forecasts is with the help of my spirit guides, and that's how I do all my work. So a little bit different to other people on YouTube, but that's how I work. So if you'd like to know more about me and my services, the links are just down below. So pretty much we're going to look at the next sort of the 4 weeks really that are in June, starting from around the 5th of June, just to give you some inspiration in a very general way to help you navigate your love life. And pretty much how my guides kind of want to start this reading is like this. They're kind of saying for some Pisces, maybe all of you, you're feeling like you're just waiting or being patient on behalf of a significant other person that is in your life. And even if you're single, you're kind of just waiting for the right type of person to enter your life and like having faith a little bit, even though it feels to me that it's been like your faith and your strength has been a bit tested, because it feels to me that you're worried that it's going to be very triggering, like you're getting to a point where you perhaps have been waiting so long or starting to become less optimistic because you have been putting somebody else's needs first. So, sometimes that happens in a relationship. Sometimes we will understand that there's an issue going on for somebody else, like they are out of work or that they are stressed because they've been traumatized by something. And so we put them first and we allow them that space and time. And it feels for some of you, you've done that, but it's kind of gone on a bit longer than you thought. And it's been a little bit about them and not about you or the partnership. And you'll get into a place where you're starting to worry in that first week where you're like, how long is this going to go on for? Because I'm now feeling like you're disappearing or I'm not important. And again, if you're single, you're feeling a little bit like, well, where are they? Where's this person I'm supposed to be with? I would say the fact that it's really magnified in that first week is super important, because basically my guides are saying here it's magnified because actually it is the last of that. It is the last of you feeling that you're having that you don't have to wait anymore. That person's attention does get diverted back to you. And it's because of some astrological changes that we have in the full moon in Sagittarius, and we have Jupiter going direct, which is all about good luck and optimism and things flowing a lot better for all of us. All of us. So it's almost like it's just a build up. Just when you get to the panic, you're like, they're back, or I've met them. It's a bit like that sort of feeling. So just know that any kind of waiting and your concerns around anxiety about is a pattern that's sort of developed in a relationship, or your concerns that may have raised are going to go away. Because I know for some of you, you get so panicked about it that you start to think that what happened in the past, like someone going to leave you or something, is going to suddenly happen again. So I do apologise. My dog is barking at somebody because there's nobody here. So barking at somebody in another room. But anyway, do apologise for that. So in the second week, because it's been built up and then suddenly it's all okay, the person turns their attention back to you, starts to almost dramatically, it's like night and day, they suddenly wake up and realise, I need to do something and I need to give more and I need to do more. They seem to step forward, basically. They seem to step forward and want to offer you generosity. They want to offer you their time. They want to fix what perhaps they were ignoring, or that they'd broken a little bit, and that you were getting worried that they were going to completely let or leave to be broken. It's important in that second week, if you can, to not terribly punish them for it, because it feels to me that even though they're aware that they need to do it, don't knock back a gift when it's been given to you. Sometimes we have to say, okay, they are trying now, I'm going to accept it. I only say that because if you do that, it just brings up hurt feelings, and you may then find that what you could have had in the second week, which is all this abundance, gets delayed to later, till the end of the month. And I want you to have this sooner, if that makes sense. So this is the point of having readings, is to help you have insight so that you can get a better outcome for yourself, or to at least be prepared for any negativity, so that you can ride it a bit better. Third week is the same. It feels to me that somebody else for you and you with them, you both start to put in the hard work. And I forgot to say that in the second week, particularly for those who maybe because that your partner got a bit distant because they were worried about money or work, definitely in that second week they have good news for you. They seem to say like, this has been resolved. We don't have to worry about money anymore, or I have a job now, or I can pay that bill off. They're just relieved. It's not distracting them so much. Hence why they can feel like they're themselves. Hence why they can feel like they can give back to you. So in the third week, it feels, again, work for them. They're cracking on with their work, but they're also putting in hard work in your relationship. And you're feeling elevated. You're feeling like you're important again. You're feeling like it's got some direction and you can see it. Whereas at the beginning of the month, you were feeling like you couldn't see where this was going and that you were starting to get worried that perhaps it was disappearing. Third week, you're back on track. You can see their hard work. You're happy to do it. You're feeling elevated. You're feeling like your needs are being met. You're feeling very, very confident, basically. And so much so, particularly this element about those that you've been in a partnership with that were worried about money, because it comes to them quite quickly. By the end of the month, they're spending on you. In fact, probably spending a bit too much. I think they've got a little bit insane about it because they're like, I have it now, let's spend it. And I want to spend it on you because you've been so good to me to allow me to have this time and space. I want to give it to you, give it to you, give it to you. And that's all great. That's all great because it makes you feel like you're happy to see them happy and you're happy that the attention is back on you. And even if you're single, like I said, in the second week and the third week, you're meeting somebody who wants to put in the hard work, that wants to make you feel like there's direction, that they're not wishy-washy, that they're not like, oh, I don't know if I want to be in a relationship. They're like, yes, I want this, and you're amazing, and I know you're amazing, so I'm going to make sure I claim you. So I'm going to do everything in my power to woo you. It's that kind of thing, and they're spending money on you. Yeah, not that that's important, but they seem to want to show you how that they are successful in something and that they can provide, basically, male or female. That's what they want to do. They want to show you this, and so they do. It feels to me it is at that point in the last week, because everything is going well and they're elevating you. It feels like you get a bit of power and a bit of confidence back that perhaps you didn't have in the first week. So much so that I feel that some of you feel like you want to raise your thoughts about that time. And it could be very simple, like, really glad that we're okay and that we're really happy because I was starting to worry. Like, it feels then you share. Whereas before then you were way too afraid to share because you were worried that what happens if the answer is they don't want to be with me anymore. So it feels quite cathartic for you to get that off your chest, because the other person feels like they just want to embrace you and say, oh no, don't be silly. I'm sorry that I was like that, because they're in a little bit of a better headspace to also hear it. I think if you had said it to them at the time when they were worried and distracted, they would have been like, oh, you're so selfish, can't you tell that I'm really upset? Do you see what I mean? So you feel safe in that last week to say it. And I think it's important you say it, because sometimes in relationships we sometimes don't hear or see that we are, ignoring somebody. So it's in that last week that you feel like you can say how they impacted you. And they just want to make it better. They want to change. They want to change that. They're glad to hear of it, because actually they were giving you loads already by that fourth week. It just makes them feel like they want to give you more. I get incredible amount of gratitude from that other person that you allowed them space to deal with their head, to deal with their problems. And then because of that, they come forward and want to engulf you with all the gratitude and love that they can. So it's kind of worth that kind of extended kind of patience and the worry that you had, in order to see how happy they feel that you've made them, that you allowed them that chance, and that you've given them a chance to also prove it right with you. So very much in line with the astrological changes and the optimism that sort of is greeting every star sign that I've been doing so far, which is that it's been ending on a high. Starts out like this and just gets better, gets better. So I do hope, Pisces, that has helped you guys for the month of June. Seems like an easy one. It just gets better. and perhaps what you're worrying about disappears. I hope this helped. Sorry about the interruptions, because when I do this one take. It's not rehearsed or anything. It comes straight through my guides. And my dog, Mr. Darcy, who some of you who know me very well know that he likes to get attention. And if it's not him, then it's my cat Mimi. Between the pair of them, they can be hard work, but I'm at home in my house, and it's a one take, genuinely from my spirit guides. So again, if you like a reading, you'd like to know more about me and my services, do look at the links below, and I really hope that that's helped. Do comment, because I love to hear from all of you. Take care. Bye bye.